What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Chance Bishop Show for episode 40 of our Madden 23 Philadelphia Eagles franchise mode. Now, taking a look here, the Eagles Super Bowl champions, Robinson, Super Bowl MVP, Brady's MVP, Sirianni's Coach of the Year, Devontae Smith, Offense Player of the Year, Big Play Slay, Defense Player of the Year. You'll love to see that right there. CJ Stroud, Rookie of the Year. Robinson came in third place, so close. Jalen Carter came in first. Brian Breezy was in sixth place. Tom Brady's your Offensive Player of the Year. Best running back is not Robinson, who came in third place for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Devontae Smith, best wide receiver. We have Dickerson, best O-line. All the Eagles' O-line apparently are just part of the best offensive line. Let's see, anyone for defensive end. Josh Sweat came in eighth. Linebackers, any linebackers? No linebackers for the Eagles. Okay. Big Play Slay was number one. James Bradbury was 3. Elliott, best kicker. Tyler Boyd, Offensive Player of the Year. Quinn Johnson, Trent Simpson, Patrick Mahomes. Running back goes to Josh Jacobs. Tyler Boyd's back. Wyatt Teller, Emmanuel Ogbah. You got TJ Watt for linebacker. Sidney Jones for D-back. Cade York for kicker. Okay, Cade York on the 8 and 9 Browns. Taking a look at the Eagles, 1,800 yards and 7 touchdowns for the rookie running back right there. You like to see that. 1,680 and 29 touchdowns, 10 touchdowns, 1,000 for AJ, 681 and 12 for Dallas Goedert. Let's see, 17 games played for a couple players on the O-line. See, sacks, 60 tackles led the team, 17 tackles for loss led the team, 12.5 sacks from Josh Sweat was the team leader in sacks right there, lowest being a half sack by a couple players. Interceptions, 17 from Big Play Slay, 7 from Bradbury, 5 from Maddox, 3 from Kaiser White, and a couple players did pick up a pick throughout the season. Now, Elliott, 80 for 80 and then 20 for 21. Sipos was okay, returns were fine from punt and kick returns. Burrow had the most passing yards on the season, which, good for Joe Burrow. He did have, I think, the Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC in Tyler Boyd, so it makes sense that he was there. Brady had the most touchdowns, and Matthew Stafford had the most interceptions. Dak Prescott came in second with 20. Nice. Henry had the most rushing yards. Robinson came in second place right there with 1,800. Josh Jacobs had 21 rushing touchdowns. Okay, I see you. Devontae Smith had most receiving yards over Deontay Johnson. Most receiving touchdowns goes to, of course, Devontae Smith. Let's see. Trevor Penning allowed 27 sacks on the season. Good for him. 148 tackles led the league. 24 tackles for loss of the team. 20 sacks from Khalil Mack led the NFL. 8 interceptions, they're saying. Even though Big Play Slays Defensive Player of the Year, just saying. Josh Lambo tied for the most field goals made with 20. Jake Elliott had the most extra points made. A.J. Anderson had the most punt yards. Jacoby Coleman was up there. Marquez Stevenson. Tyreek Hill had the most punt retard yards. It's alright. Bunch of players get some upgrades based off of just how they were doing so far. But Robinson right there, you're going to get him. And of course, you're going to toss that into Power Back. Trying to get him, I believe it's Freight Train. Just trying to get him just to bowl people over, not fumble the ball, and just be an absolute unit when it comes to running north to south. Landon Dickerson gets an upgrade. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson gets an upgrade right there. Upgrade his run support. Just make him like a great box safety. That's what I want him to be. Just like a great Malcolm Jenkins. But a better, harder hitting Malcolm Jenkins. That is old. Josh Sweat right there. Upgrade the speed rush. Just make him a killer off the edge. That's what you want to see out of him. Now we have Kaiser White. Kaiser White, outside linebacker. I like what I see out of him. He's a good tackler, good zone, good pass coverage. It's the thing of being a former safety. Ronnie Harrison Jr., I kind of forget he's on the team sometimes. I don't think he's really made any impact plays since coming over from the Browns during the offseason a couple years ago. Cam Jurgens, there you go. He's the heir apparent right guard. He's come in, since, year one, and he's just fit in fine and just done his thing. Andy Dalton retires. Kirk Cousins retires. Let's see. Tyrod Taylor calls it a curt. So is Taysom Hill. Tom Brady and Brandon Graham both retire after the 2023 offseason, I guess during the start of the 2023 offseason. J.J. Watt calls it a career. So it's Kelvin Benjamin, Cam Newton, Cole Beasley, because he had to be like, it's like, hey, Cole Beasley, retire or get a booster shot. He's like, I retire. Taking a look at players that still need to be re-signed by Philadelphia, you got Quez, Julio, Britt, Barnett, Kevon Wallace, Jack Driscoll. I mean, there's a lot of guys. I mean, not like a lot of guys, a lot of depth guys, really. But taking on the top free agent, you got Bosa, CeeDee Lamb, Mason, Bobby Wagner, Trayvon Diggs. You know, there's a lot of good players right now that are available. But it's gonna come down to where do we have holes on this team? Because I don't think defensive end's a hole. I don't see us going after Nick Bosa. I don't see us going after. I don't know. I don't see us going after a lot of different players. You know, do we need to bring in a Cordell Patterson? Do we need to bring in a backup running back? Is that something we need to bring in? You know, there's a lot of things that are going to factor into who's available, what do we need, what's going to happen right now with this team. But those are all the top free agents we just scrolled through right there. Trayvon Diggs, let's throw him a deal, see if he wants to come to Philly. Big boy deal. Blake Gillikin, we don't have a punter. We let Siposs walk, so let's bring him in on a 1-year deal. Let's offer him a 1-year deal. Matt Barkley, offer him a 1-year deal as the backup quarterback. He's got the mentor ability, which is nice. And CeeDee Lamb, player friendly, low risk, 5-year deal. He's 25, so when he's 30, we can let him walk. You know, we got Devonta, we have AJ, but then Zay Flowers. It's like, you know, do we want to bring in Quez or we bring a shifty guy like CeeDee Lamb and then hurt someone like Dallas? Devontae Smith, we're having that talk. Hey, coach. You know, assistant GM's like, hey, Devontae Smith, vest that 5th-year option. And I'm like, you bet. There is no way we are not vesting that 5th-year option for Devontae Smith. Dude's going to be a star for this team. Dude's going to be, you know, the all-time receiving yards leader, the all-time receptions guy, the all-time receiving touchdowns guy. He's just gonna do it for the Eagles. Now, CeeDee Lamb signed with Philadelphia. So did Trayvon Diggs. Now, Jerry Jones is furious right now that how does America's team lose out to someone like Philadelphia? How do you come out here? You know, you saw Javon Hargrave. He went to the Vikings. I mean, how do we turn like Javon Hargrave money and the CeeDee Lamb money into the Trayvon Diggs money? You know, Trayvon Diggs, the kind of guy you can either put him at safety, put him in the box. I don't want to put him in the box, actually. I don't think he's the greatest tackler. But you put him on the outside. You know, you put him as your cornerback. You know, your cornerback 2. We got, hey, one more year, James Bradberry. So it's like, Trayvon Diggs is really the James Bradberry replacement. So we got James Bradberry signed a 2-year deal, right, last offseason. So this year, and then I guess the upcoming 2024 season. That's gonna be James Bradberry's last year in Philadelphia, at least, you know, unless we brought him back again. But hey, it's something we got to think about. You know, what do we do here? But you know, Trayvon Diggs can maybe make that transition a little easier. You know, especially let's see who we even grab in the draft right now. We're going through the first couple picks. Of course, first round we're gonna go pick by pick, just to see what every team takes. We can make fun of it, like the Bears taking a quarterback in the first round. You know, the Jaguars taking a running back. Some of these picks just don't make sense because it's like, hey, this is how the mock draft says you're gonna pick, so this is how they're actually gonna pick, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like the Rams taking a tackle, they need a tackle. I mean, Colts need defense. Colts need everyone. Linebacker for Detroit, I don't hate that one. A tackle for the Falcons, they can use a tackle. They have Hooker. Let's see, Donovan Jackson for San Francisco, not a bad one. Their offensive line needs to get younger. You know, Grayson McCall. I mean, does Washington need the quarterback? I guess. Offensive line for the Patriots, I don't hate. Defensive end for the Texans, not the worst pick. Offensive tackle for don't the Jets already have 2 good offensive tackles? Is that something they already have like locked down? Panthers are getting a playmaker. Fine with that. A safety going to Dallas. I mean, they're trying to replace Trayvon, I guess, with that move. Bryce Foster going to the Cardinals for Kyler Murray. Get him some offensive line help. Ooh, we got Johnson. What is he? I don't know. I can't see what that. Does that say quarterback? Did they just draft a quarterback? A linebacker for the Dolphins. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. We have a defensive end for the Raiders. Bold move for the Raiders. We have a wide receiver for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. Okay, some playmakers. Rocco Spindler, some offensive line for the Vikings. A QB for the Packers. Okay, I think they still have Aaron Rodgers. A quarterback for the Titans. I guess Malik Wilson didn't pan out. We have a halfback for the Bucks. I guess they're still rocking Tyler Huntley. We have a tackle for Joe Burrow and the Bengals. A tackle for Patrick Mahomes. And the Eagles going to draft Kool-Aid McKinstry here out of Alabama. The 6'1 corner, 21 years old, 189 pounds right there. Kool-Aid McKinstry with the 32nd pick here in the draft. Just some absolute great cornerback depth and a hidden dev trait. Howbeit, there you go. Nice hidden dev trait for Kool-Aid McKinstry. With our second round pick, we're going with former Eagle legend Jeremiah Trotter's kid. And Jeremiah Trotter here out of Clemson, 21-year-old linebacker. Fell to the second round. He has like a third, fourth round grade. I guess he didn't do a great combine. But there you go. Another hidden dev trait. LJ Johnson, the 11th pick of the second round. We're going to go with a backup running back. Have a power back, have an elusive back, have that boom and zoom, that Latavius Murray, that Alvin Kamara backfield combination with LJ and Robinson. Look at that. Third hidden dev trait. There you go. We're going to take a backup tight end here in Baylor Cup. Replace that Jack Stoll player we lost. I like Jack Stoll, like Grant. I think Baylor Cup, 20 years old. He's 6'7". Dude, he's a pass catcher. Dude's going to be a monster here in the league. Pass him up with Dallas Goedert. It's going to be great. Absolutely great. Now, take a look here at the draft. We showed our first couple picks. We simmed out the rest. So we showed the first two rounds. Third, fourth, got some okay picks right now. Linebacker, wide receiver. It's fine. Take a look at the rest of the league where they drafted. Feel free to slow it down, to pause it. Go pick by pick. First round, we've already seen everyone. Some of these players, I don't understand why they get drafted to the way they get drafted. Why does a team with a quarterback draft a quarterback? You're also going to see some players that are going to have the asterisk first names because the Madden censorship is wild. So, you could have William Gay in the game, but you can't name someone with the last name Gay. A couple years ago when Penei Sewell was one of these created draft prospects, his name had to be Pensul because it wouldn't allow Penei because it's too close to another word. But there's also a filter that comes up where it's like, hey, be mindful of when you download this roster that it may be inappropriate. It may have profanity. So it gives you a profanity warning, but then it has a super strict profanity filter, which doesn't allow you to put half the names of players. So, Hendon Hooker, you can't put Hendon Hooker in the game, but you have Malik Hooker as a safety. So the name's already in the game. It's already in the audio logs, but you can't put them in there for whatever reason. So always just be mindful. It's hey, why is that player of asterisk name? That's why, because the Madden filter just said, nope, that's inappropriate. No matter what his name is, inappropriate, don't care. But Henry Hancock, that's fine. Alright, sure thing, Madden. You're doing your best. But take a look here at this Eagles squad coming into the next season. It's looking real nice. Dickerson up to a superstar. 3 superstar D tackles. We have a superstar free safety, star strong safety. We have 3 X Factor corners, and our special teams is nice as always. But thanks to you two though. Peace out. Rock on. Stay super classy. Catch you on this episode, and catch you later.